Our next guest is a two-time national college football champ. He's a former NFL star and now a minor league baseball player. And he's also a best-selling author with a new book called This Is the Day. Please welcome the one and only Tim Tebow. And I want to start off by saying I hope you're feeling well. You broke your hand, recovering from a broken hand, so how's that going?
It's going really well. Yeah, I had surgery. They took out the bone. It's healing up, and I'll be back training here hopefully in a week or two. So.
Oh, good. Excited to hear about that. And but in your spare time, which like you have a lot, you've written your third book. Mm-hmm. You know, and in this book, you dedicated this book to your parents, Robert and Pamela. Yeah. And why did you dedicate this book to your parents?
Because they lived out this message that I'm trying to share with people, this message that this is the day. You can't wait for one day. I don't want to be a one-dayer, and I got to see them live it out in front of me every day of my life. And I was also inspired to write this as well when my dad got Parkinson's, mm-hmm. you know, because for me, there were so many things that happened in my life where, you know, I wanted to go home, talk to my mom and dad. I wanted to tell them I love them. I wanted to do things that, you know, I always thought, hey, one day I'm going to have these chances. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm going to have those anymore, and so I wanted to make conscious choices and decisions to start living that every single day. When my alarm went off, I was going to wake up knowing that this day was on purpose, to live out my dream, to live out my passion, and more than anything, to live out my purpose.
And you're doing it. You're doing it well. Doing it very well. And you talked about one-dayers, people who say, well, one day I'm going to get to this, and one day I'm going to get to that. You don't live that way, so what message do you have for them to change, if that's how
we don't know if we're going to have one day. You don't know if you're going to be able to tell your parents, thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. You don't know if you're going to be able to tell your loved ones how much you care. You know, so many people are like, in sports especially, they're like, man, one day I'm going to get on a diet, right? One day I'm going to start doing everything right. One day I'm going to do all these things. And you're like, we don't know if we have that.
Yep.
You know, we don't know how many days we have, and so I didn't want to live a one-day life. I wanted to live a this is the day life that I want to enjoy. I want to live life to the fullest. That's not something I wanted to put on Instagram as my hashtag. It's something I wanted to come from my heart to truly live it on purpose.
Yeah. And speaking of sports and one-dayers, I say one day I'm going to be better than LeBron James. It ain't happening. Okay?
Yeah.
But you, man.
But this book isn't far-fetched. That
is. But you said one day you want to be a baseball player after your football career.
Yeah.
You're doing that. And how terrifying is it for you, who seems so confident, to go from one thing to another?
It's hard, but I didn't want my fear to be more than my faith. I didn't want my fear to dictate my choices. I didn't want the fear of what people are going to say make the choices and define my life. I wanted to go after my dream, go after my passions, and be able to live that out. Regardless if you make it, regardless if it's successful, I still get to know that I lived those out, that I pushed for it, that I took the steps to live it out. Doesn't mean you're always going to be successful. Just means that I don't have to live with regret of not going after the things I wanted because I was afraid of what other people were going to say, or the fear of failure, which I believe cripples a lot of people.
I agree. The fear of failure makes most people not even try. But it's not easy for you, because I saw where in baseball, when you're up, the opposing stadiums, they like to play on the Jumbotron your worst football plays.
Oh, totally. I mean, they'll play either my worst interceptions or worst fumbles, or they'll play, you know, like Angels in the outfield when he comes up and he's doing this. They'll play so many things, but honestly, I don't really care because I get to live it out. And sometimes you'll be like, that's kind of frustrating, but for the most part, I enjoy it. And, you know, I just get, you know, I know that every day I get to wake up and live out a dream, and that's pretty special.
Yeah, it really is. And you're a motivational guy. You just speaking now, I see people clapping in the middle of you're just talking. You're very motivational. When you're in the gym, though, I heard you are not necessarily motivated by a lot of like bop, bop, bop. What do you listen to?
What's that bop, bop, bop? I hear you. Okay, totally.
What do you listen to in the gym? Did I hear?
You know what? I think some people will be shocked. I'm a little bit calmer in the gym because I'm naturally kind of amped up. So I'll listen to softer stuff, Frank Sinatra, Disney music, Christian music.
Yeah.
I think they're even shocked when I was like, I even like Moana. Yeah. First of all, you do too.
I do. I love Moana, but I'm not in the gym like blaring through my headphones Moana or Disney musicals, but I'm glad you do it. And there's so many mantras that you talk about. What is the one mantra that you live by?
That's a really good question. I think probably more than anything, my greatest goal would probably be to love God and love people. And it's not just something that I want to say. It's something that I want to live out. And, you know, I believe that the greatest form of love as a definition is to choose the best interests of another person and act on their behalf. And when we talk about a generation that wants to love people, well, let's choose the best interests of people and let's act on their behalf. Let's go out and let's give a helping hand. Let's care for someone. Let's make a difference in their life. Not just talk about it, but let's actually be about it.
When are you running for president?
Not this day.
Not this day. Hey, and one last question before you go. Are we going to see you back in the Mets organization next season?
Yes, you will.
Yes, we will. All right. That's all we need to know.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Tim, thank you so much, man. Always great to see you. This is the day. It is available now. And if that didn't make you want this book, I don't know what's wrong with you. But everybody here in our audience is going to go home with a copy for yourself, courtesy of Tim. And the viewers at home, you can read an excerpt of the new book on our website.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.